So why might we, on occasion, want to texture the assets in a scene or level procedurally? Well, for a start, there is an approach to texturing that can oftentimes take advantage of the computer's number crunching capabilities in order to quickly and easily add randomization to a material or texture that might otherwise take us quite a bit of time to produce by hand. Although we do, of course, have the option of using photographic textures to add real-world randomization as well. And so again, we ask the question, why texture procedurally? Well, one obvious answer in connection with the possible photographic approach is that it may be the case that we ourselves don't have access to the type of equipment that would be needed in order to grab high-quality photographic textures. We may also not have the funds to travel to parts of the Earth where we need our photographs to come from. Whereas creating textures procedurally, of course, opens up the door to creating textures that could come from anywhere on or off the planet. A procedural workflow also gives artists the freedom to create textures that don't really exist, which can sometimes help give a visualization a unique look and feel if required. Another bonus is that by their very nature, procedural textures are easy to edit, adjust, and even repurpose for use in other textures. If we create a generic grass texture, for instance, we can generally, with just a few simple tweaks, dial this in to be a healthy green grass, a withered, dried up grass. We can even increase grass length, decrease its scale, and maybe even turn it into a hay or straw texture. And of course, we could go on and on. In short though, creating textures procedurally gives us quite a bit of flexibility, and especially so should a client all of a sudden say that the current look of a texture isn't quite working for them. Thanks to its sheer flexibility then, providing we have taken the time to build the skills needed to design them of course, texturing procedurally on ArchViz projects and games can save us quite a bit of time and maybe even frustration in the long run. It also means that with relatively little work, we can have different parts of our scene or level use the very same texture whilst still looking very different from one another. A slight colour change here, a roughness map tweak there, a completely different normal map added to parts of the scene over there, and we can very easily stop our visualization from looking like a copy and paste gallery. In short then, when used in a way that plays to its strengths, procedural texturing is something that should definitely have a place in our material and texturing pipeline.